what's up? It's Mila here, and I'm back with Best Friends Never Fight the Future Part 1. Oh my god, I did not know this was Part 1 of the season finale. This whole 3 parts and the end of the season out. I did not know until Matthew Royer Instagram was like, this is the Part 1 season finale. I'm like, what? And speaking of Matthew and Benjamin, they was both absent for this episode, but I'm like, I'm glad I got renewed for season 2 because I'm like, Jesus Christ, I cannot have this end and like me be on a cliffhanger because I know they're gonna leave me on a cliffhanger when it's the last part of the 3-parter. So let's get started in this whole thing. Oh, and I want to mention that Lauren Taylor, her little Disney signing was too cute. When they do the thing, they don't do it no more like how they used to when they be like this and go like that. I always dreamt of being on Disney and being able to do that, but now it's the new thing when they go like that, so it still be cool, but I'm like, I just always wanted to do that. I just always wanted to be on Disney just to do that and just to act, you know, too. But you know, anyway guys, so let's get on with it. So they was freaking out about Bear. They're like, what is going on? Then they was saying instinct, like, who was at the door? And it's Drake, Shelby's boyfriend, and she was, well, Shelby's boyfriend. So then she's like, oh my god, what? And she's like, this is terrible, bad timing, but how is my hair? So then she let him in, and she was like, why you let him in? So she was like, I looked into his eyes, saw a slow dance at prom, and then he was inside the house. I don't know. So Sid was like, come on, you gotta get rid of him. So he was like, he wanted to ask her on a date. Next Saturday they can go up on this bike trail hiking. So she was like, well, maybe we can go to Friendship Circle and we can go up. Then he's like, well, I guess I can take a bus to Friendship Circle because it's like a long ways away. So then she was like, come on, let's go. And then Sid was like, let's bust into Barry's RV. But then Shelby was like, well, this Barry's not going to know what happened in future Barry. She was like, well, as long as we bust in on some kind of Barry, I'm good. Let's go. So they was there. They're gonna shake down future Barry. So they went back there. So then Shelby jammed a pair of scissors in the door. I don't know how I was gonna stop anything. I don't know how that stopped the door from opening, but anyway, so then Bear's like, you asked me to experiment on you. Why are you punching me? And I was like, oh my god. So then they broke into GGD so they can remove their parts because something bad would happen in the future. But they didn't tell Bear what was going to happen. So now they got to figure out what bad is going to happen if they had to take their powers away. So then it's a week into the future because that's when they had their little Saturday date. Drake and Shelby, they had their Saturday date. So it's going to be soon. So they don't know what's going to happen. And Marcy dumped Barry. So that's really bad too. So then she was like, maybe I should change my status from single to hanging with a dude. I like Shelby. So then Barry and Marcy, they was on their first date in present time, and they got their pheromones because, you know, Marcy go grizzly fishing and stuff, and they need fishes, salmon. So then he was like, Barry's like, I couldn't bear to be away from you. So then she was like, oh, because your name is Barry. And he was like, if you was anybody else, I would correct you. It's because the grizzly bear fishing thing, you know. Yeah. So then she was like, well, if I was a different person and looked in the mirror, I would be confused. And Nada was in the bathroom making art for a few hours. So then Shelby told Barry and Nado everything was going to happen. And Nado keeps repeating everything that Barry was saying. So then Shelby told him about Marcy, but he's like, he's not ready. Well, now he's going to be ready, so since he showed him then. So he was like, well, emotionally, tragedy plus time does equals comedy, so maybe it'll be amusing. So, but he was like, nope, I'll be dead by then. So then Nado was like, well, I'll still be alive and I'll laugh for you. So then he was like, well, I think I'm going to sing the equation of pi. So then he just started going on. So then Shelby was like, yeah, good. Because I'm about to go out. Okay. So then, Sid and Shelby, they was 2 years into the future at the school, and it says JS, and it was like Janice Smythe. Uh-oh. So now they're in this dystopian Smythe-verse. So this is bad. They wearing uniforms, and she was like, oh, we matching. And it was like, Chip was like, this is cute. But then Sid was like, this is bad. And it was like, oh, well, this is cute still. So then Shelby was like, that's Drake. I hope, you know, we didn't have a messy breakup, because I think I got a crazy ex inside of me. But they not, because they got this, their 2-year anniversary. So she's like, I'm going to go talk to them. So Sid was like, yeah, you go talk to them. I'll go find our friends in this dystopian universe. So anyway, so Shelby's is like going off. She's like just going on and on about Drake. You know, she's not even paying attention. So then it's Janice Smythe Academy. So it's their 2-year anniversary. He took Shelby to Mount St. Janet on their first anniversary. So on their second anniversary, they're going to do something different. So, and Janice Smythe is the supreme leader of the United States. So then he was like, why are you pretending to be done to make me feel smart? And she was like, yeah, it's the anniversary gift. And he's like, oh my god, it's the best gift ever. Okay, so her rise to power. She invented everything. Smartphones, electric cars, anything. Over 25 years. And she's like, no, she didn't. But then, now it's 11 a.m. Janice Standard Time. Beep. And then, like, they had a clock in there. So then, they was like, you gotta go up and be like this or whatever, you know. Anyway, so then some kid got electro beat, what I called it, because he messed with the rules. And I'm like, why are they doing that on this TV show? Whipping somebody, that doesn't seem like something. I can bring something up, but I didn't see what the character looked like. I missed that part, but yeah. So then Sid was in the Janet Smythe Museum, and she got all of the cameras, smartphones, and everything. And Janet Smythe's like, you gotta enforce the rules. And Drake is the little leader of the cadets. He's a bad guy. So then the rule breakers are frozen forever, and Barry and all are frozen. So Drake told Shelby, you know, the rules and don't break the rules. And Sid told her that he was the head of Janet's junior jerk squad. So then he didn't freeze them. That would be so un-Janet. So she don't think he would do that. She's too much. You know, she came to see a clock installed. Like what? Why would Janet come see a clock installed? That's really weird. But she's coming back now. For this is like her first time since then. She's coming to the academy, so now it's kind of weird. So then they tried to jump, and she's like, "Well, smack me again." So then they just trapped in this dystopian smytheverse, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. Meanwhile, Barry was like, I went from to and he don't want Marcy leaving. Everybody got a salmon. Cousin Clifford didn't get one because he don't like salmon. He got a hamburger. So then Barry's like, are you happy? I can make you happy things better. I can make things better. I promise. I'll change. And she's like, I'm gonna give you some space because you going through it. You going through it. So then Nada was like, whoa, Barry, I love your look. He's like, I didn't sleep. Then Nada was like, well, I sleep for 16 hours. That's probably why I look like this. I'm like, how did you sleep for 16 hours? I don't even know how you can do that. Anyway, so then Marcy wanted to come over, so he think that she's going to break up. So then Nato got cake, and he was like, I don't know how I know that I'm going to get cake the morning before the day I get cake. And he's got this big old piece of cake. So then, you know, Bear's like, she probably with some guy named Ty, and they probably go drinking a peach smoothie with 2 straws. I hate Ty. I hate him. So then she came in, and she was like, why are you with Ty? So then she's like, excuse me? So then he was like, you gonna break up with me, but I'm gonna break up with you first. So then she was like, I'm not breaking up with you. I just came to see what was wrong with you. So he was like, oh, so you're not gonna break up with me? So then he told her about Sid and Shelby, and she was like, what? Well, I guess we do have to break up then. So then they broke up. It's the inevitable. So, but then Barry figured out that you can fight the future. And Nado was like, well, how am I supposed to? Then he's like, you don't have to put the cake in your mouth. And he's like, but this is my cake hole, and it's sometimes my pie hole when I eat pie. But then Marcy and Barry figured out that they don't have to break up if they don't want to, and they just fight the future. And then so then Nado's like, I couldn't fight it, so he ate the cake, but now they back together, so it's gonna be okay, I think. So then Sid and Shelby, they was trying to run away, and Janet's like, hello. So she got time travel senses in the school, and she knew that they was gonna be there. So that's how Janet, you know, went all throughout the way and did all this stuff, and that's how she became the leader of the supreme leader of the United States. So she's like, oh, I just can't become the supreme leader of the United States without time travel. So Shelby was like, we're not saying that. You can't become the supreme leader of the United States. So then Sid was like, okay, Shelby, and she's like, I know, she's there. I'm sorry. I like the way they like feminists. I like that. So then, you know, she'd been time traveling. That's how she made all this stuff. Since she made it, I would do that too. So then, you know, she's like, she froze the Nado and Barry because they gave Sid and Shelby powers, so she wanted them. So Jake's like, can you spare Shelby? She my girlfriend. I got something Janet planned. So she's like, how Janet are we talking for his anniversary? So then, you know, Sid was like, oh, freeze me. And Shelby was like, how can you be happy for me? Then Sid was like, can it, Drake? So then they just arguing. So then she's like, oh, you jealous? She's like, oh my smite, she did not just say that. That's what Janet said. So then they was about to zap fight. They threw it at the clock, the time block, because they knew that was probably the time travel blocker. That's how she came to see it installed. That was amazing. Amazing. I did not even think that they was going to do that. I was like, oh my God, they about to fight. That was amazing. Oh my God, that was amazing. So Shelby was like, you was so convincing. She did a little, and then she was like, about your thing. And Sid was like, I didn't mean it. Well, then she's like, well, I did a little. Maybe deep down inside it was just because it used to be me and you, but now it's me, you, and Drake. And I don't know how that's going to work. So then she was like, well, boyfriends will come and go, but we'll always be besties. That's what Shelby told her. And I was like, whole boyfriends aren't coming and going. Like, Jesus, we don't need all that many. So then Drake came over and Shelby turned him down. And they're going to break up. And he's like, well, this breakup conversation never goes well. But he's like, but I would know. I never broke up with anybody before. So then, you know, she can't look at the same, seeing what happened. She's like, time travel is messing our lives up. And she's like, I said, I changed the status to hanging with a dude to kicking it with my girl. So then that's why they couldn't tell Barry and Nala that they got frozen, because that's the big couldn't tell me because it was too dangerous. That's it. That was too dangerous for them. So now they figure out that's how it happened. But they trying to stop stuff from happening, but they making it happen by trying to stop it. You see? It always ends up like that. Just like with Barry and Marcy. That's right how they broke up, because they tried to stop it. And it's crazy. I don't know. So then Barry, he got dressed up. He was meeting Marcy's family, and they all brought some kind of salmon-themed food, with salmon pot pie, everything. But then he was like, oh, should I tell you I don't eat fish? And she's like, oh, that's okay. Cousin Clifford always brings an extra burger. So then, and next week, they coming after them again. Janet's like, no, 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 I'm taking you here. So they didn't go there. And they look like they at the other side from Casey Undercover. I'm about to check out my review on that. It looked like they there at that little headquarters. I'm like, what? With that black room, like the red stuff on the doors. But it's like getting crazy. I'm like getting scared. Like we got 2 more pieces of this 3-part to come in. Oh my god, I don't want it to end, but I hope that it end good. Not on a cliffhanger like how Casey Undercover had me, because I thought she died at first. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching this review. Like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. If you like this episode, I like this episode a lot. It was like funny, and I can't wait to see more. Oh my god, the suspense is killing me. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.